Thanks for joining me again. Today I'm sharing with you my thoughts about the Salomon X Ultra 3 Mid Gore-Tex hiking boots. I'm going to start off by saying that I really love these boots. In fact, so far, I've gone through a lot of different boots and shoes, and so far these are by far the best ones I've used. I'm not going to say they're perfect, as there are a couple things that I wish were a little bit different, but I'll get to that in a little bit. But I'm a huge fan of these. So first off, let's see where to begin. So I have kind of wide toes, and I need kind of a wide toe box. So the ones that I got, these are and so technically my foot from size wise is from heel to toe, I measure out as a 10. However, typically I try to go with like a 10.5 or 11 for to have a little bit of extra space at the end, so that when I'm going downhill, my toes don't hit the inside of the front of the toe box. This is a size 11 wide, so it's got an extra wide toe box for me, and I've been very happy with that overall, except for one part, but I'll tell you that in a sec. So these, they're a Gore-Tex boot. Although, I'll be honest, it's been pretty dry here in Southern California so far. We have not had much wet weather, so I have not seriously been able to test them in wet conditions. Although recently I did go into a river with them, and they were pretty good. But I don't want to really say anything yet about the waterproofing until I've done a more thorough test on the waterproofing side of it. Few things that are noteworthy: pretty lightweight. One thing that's super cool about this boot is that it's kind of a hybrid between like a heavy duty hiking boot and like a trail running shoe. So it's pretty lightweight. It's got pretty good, decent flexibility, and it kind of feels like more of a running shoe than like a heavy hiking boot. Let's see. Another thing I really like about it is that the lacing system. So an issue I've had in the past with some other hiking boots, is that when I lace it up, I just find that the laces dig in through the tongue into like the front of my foot, like the lower ankle shin area. I have not had that issue at all with these so far. They've been comfortable right out of the box, no blisters at all. I've been doing a lot of experimenting with the lacing and stuff to get a good solid fit, but inside these boots, like these boots really hug my foot and my heel and everything, so it doesn't slip around or anything. It's been really incredible. I've been really impressed. One thing that I found regarding the lacing is that, so as you can see here, I actually removed the laces from the bottom two laces, because what I found is even though these are a wide, if I have them laced all the way down to the end, when I tighten that up, it ends up squashing my toes on top of each other. So that kind of defeated the purpose of it being wide. I wish that these lowest ones started just a little bit higher, like they do on some other shoes. And then I would actually be able to make use of the wide part. So what I did instead was I just moved it from there, and I started the lacing at the next rung, which it's a little bit on the high side, of the foot, but it works a lot better now. So I'm pretty happy with that, and I'm not finding that my foot's sliding around at all. It's been quite satisfactory, and now I can actually wiggle my toes in the front. Let's see what else. It's got these, it's got a few different hooks for the lacing stuff. And like I said, I've been experimenting with the lacing to really find the best way of like locking the foot in. Now, one thing, so I'm a big fan of using gaiters when I'm hiking, so that I don't get debris and rocks and sand and stuff coming in from the top. And so I typically wear the REI Activator gaiters with these boots. Now, something that I found was there isn't really, let's see if you can see that, there isn't really enough of a lift in the arch to accommodate the strap that's found on most gaiters. And in fact, actually, I had the strap, running under there, and it broke. So I actually had to fix it. But what I ended up doing was, if you look at like Altra brand shoes, Altra, one of the things that they do is they make what's called a gaiter trap at the heel, and then they have like specific gaiters. There's a couple different brands of gaiters that accommodate the gaiter trap. And I'll show you what the gaiter trap is. I actually fabricated one myself and attached it onto these shoes. So what it is it's, and I'll show you how to use it actually. So here are my REI Activator gaiters. And what you do, let's see, this isn't going to work that well. And I mean, it works great, but it's going to be hard to demonstrate. Here we go. Okay, so here's the back ends of the gaiter. What you do is you just put that into there, and then you lock it in, and then this part, let me see if I can do this a little better. There we go. That part, okay, the rest of it sits on top of the gaiter, of the shoe. This looks super sloppy, and then it's got a hook in the front, you hook it up onto the laces. So that's basically what it looks like when I'm wearing it. And then no rocks coming from the top, and it's been great like that. Let's see, a couple other things that I like. So one thing that's nice is it has like this kind of rubberized material. So it has like the toe bumper here in the front, and then it's got like this rubberized material, like shell, that kind of protects the Gore-Tex fabric beneath it. And that's nice because my feet are scratching up against rocks and all kinds of stuff when I'm hiking, especially doing a lot of the technical trail running and scrambling and stuff like that, that it's nice that they've rubberized all this to protect the actual more delicate fabric from tearing. I feel like these were just really well thought through boots overall. Oh, another thing, so flexibility, pretty decent flexibility. I like having good flexibility. One thing that I wish was different is these do have like a little bit of a raised heel. I prefer the whole zero drop, flat sole thing. I just think it's, I don't know, I find that I just feel more balanced when it's flat. So that's one thing I wish was a little bit different. That and the lacing starting a little bit higher. It's got really good traction on the sole. It's not a Vibram sole. It's like a proprietary Salomon sole, I guess. But it's awesome. I have no attachment to using a Vibram sole. This has been amazing. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I think I already said that they retail for $165. If not, I just did. If you have any questions or if there's anything else you want to know about these, please leave me a comment with a question or whatever. And also please like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. It helps people find these videos and it helps other people derive benefit and make better purchasing decisions for themselves. So anyway, with all that said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.